I'm here. I'm here every day along with Rod Zawacki, Brian Bittler, and Chris Ruffalo. Of course, I'm Mitch. You guys know me. But today is the first day of our handicapping contest. I believe between the two sites we have close to 500 entries. And that is awesome. The guys were, messaging me all day yesterday. Should we let more people? It's like as many as we can get. I'm excited about this thing. I really want to get a lot of people. I will say a few things out of the gate about the handicapping contest. And, I'm going to say it one more time. But number one, if you have a question about the handicapping contest, post it in the Facebook group, okay? Post it in the Facebook group. If you have a question, other people have the same question, okay? If you email me, you're either going to get no, and it's about the contest, you're going to either get no response or you're going to get a response that says, post it in the Facebook group. So save us all a little bit of time, a little bit of energy, a little bit of aggravation. Just post in the Facebook group, okay? Number two, Rod is his word is final. So he's the one that you guys, if you have an issue, I'm late, ask Rod. His decision's final. I'm not, I gave him this, and I'm not gonna say, well, I know I said you were running it, but I'm gonna micromanage you. I don't think so. I think Rod's more than capable of doing it, and I think he enjoys it. So I'm gonna let him do it. And Ruffalo, of course, the same. He's the deputy commissioner of the contest. But yeah, this is what we are. We got it's gonna be a smashing success. We've got Zawacki and Ruffalo running it. But believe it or not, those guys get it done, man. So I have full 100% faith in them. And I know they're going to do it way better than I could do it. And they're way more patient and way more listening to than you guys. I see a lot of people entering 3 picks to get out of the gate. I would go slow and steady if it was me, especially on today, which is somewhat of a moderately smallish card. It's like I wouldn't be jumping in with 3, but if that's what you are, then that's what you are. But I mean, you look at our leaderboard of our cappers, and you see, you don't see the guys that enter 15 picks a day on top. We have cappers that enter, 10, 15 picks a day. Those are not the guys you see on the leaderboard. The guys on the leaderboard are Bittler, who does an average of 3 picks a day. On a Saturday, like college football Saturday, when there's 60, 70 games, he does about 5 picks. Is his number. I've seen him do 7. He usually is sending me some Facebook messages by 8 o'clock Eastern time saying, I should stick to my 5, is what he normally says. And that's when there's a gigantic card. And, you look at who else is up there. I'm up there. I generally enter a little bit more than Brian, but definitely not the big numbers. And, the contrarian index, who enters 1 or 2 a day, at the most. So, I mean, less is more. Pick your spots, and wins are going to go a long way. They're going to go a long way. So, I mean, I picked Providence against Indiana, and I've heard more crap about this pick than any other pick. I went 8-2-1 in my video picks yesterday. I hit 2 parlays on this show yesterday. 2 3-team parlays. I think I hit a 4-team parlay and a 3-team parlay on this show. And all I'm hearing about is from these Indiana fans who are real losers. I mean, these people are real losers, lowlifes, I mean, these guys are the loser of Loservilles. I mean, it's amazing. They will take the time to email me just to say, you lost on one game of the day. You should see the name. I should save these emails, man. But these guys, they're such cowards, They're just such cowards is what they are. So they don't really let us identify them. Doesn't matter. Contest starts today. One guy was like, I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, you charged for this. It's like, I charged for a free pick? I don't even understand it. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, Indiana and Clemson fans are bad. Ohio State fans are hideous in general, but it's my nephews go there. And, a lot of my wife's family went there. My wife's grandfather played quarterback for Ohio State, if you can believe that. Anyways, speaking of quarterbacks for Ohio State, let's bring in the guys. Got the Puck Dogs. We got Ruffalo and Zwacky are backwards because Ruffalo had camera issues, so we went blind here. And what happened? He ended up in the wrong spot. Rod's texting. Rod's texting some Grubhub there. And that's
Grubhub. I like those texts Grubhub.
So you haven't been able to leave. We throw in an order of wings to Grubhub while Mitch is talking about nothing. I was in stall mode.
What kind of sauce do you want on those? You want some wings?
I was in stall mode. So last night, Brian won. I lost on the Eagles. Those games are going to happen. That's all part of sports betting. This is what I do when I have a loss like that, and I've had a bunch. I'll tell you what. That was nothing new to me. And as soon as he threw the ball on that play, on that touchdown, I knew he was going to. I knew they were going to catch it, and I also knew that they were going to go for two, and they were going to do it like a walk-through scrimmage the day before. And it was exactly what happened. It was because nothing that Peterson did throughout the entire game made any sense, right? You're down by 11. You need 2 scores. You're 4th and 4 from the 20, and you don't kick the field goal, right? I mean, so nothing made any sense that happened. And like I said, you try and hope that it balances out. And I have won games like that before, too, and I always say the same thing when I win games like this, and this is what Brian should say. Had it all the way. Had it all the way. And it's, and it is what it is, and it's great. It counts as a win. It counts as a loss for me. But I ended up, all told, and for me, it's like I ended up losing my halftime bet on Seattle there. But, we hit our under, and we hit our, we lost our Philly under for the second half on that. But we also, we just so happened that Seton Hall and Iona were at the half also during our halftime show, and the Hookers and Blows showed up just in time, just in the nick of time. Seton Hall minus 11 second half. They were trailing by 2. They won by 50. So we pounded that one. But this guy. See, here's what an asshole looks like. Here's what an Indiana asshole looks like. This is what he looks like. Joe Free. Yeah. Real. This is how these guys are. Real brave people, man. Willing to put themselves out there. It's like I mean, zero respect, right? For these people. It's like I show up every day, win or lose. I don't really care, man. But Brian, 3-0 day. You had the Eagles. We all murdered hoops yesterday. So I think we all had UCF as a premium pick, right? We all had it.
Yeah, I did.
No? Well, that's why you're sitting in the bottom corner. But actually, when you look at the college basketball leaderboard of us four, Ruffalo is the guy on top. I use that as having a better winning percentage than me, but he's got more units.
I'm making a charge, though.
I'm making a charge, too. I mean, my winning percentage...
I started out 1-4, so now I'm
Well, that's how I started in college football and NFL, but it's like I don't know where I am, but in college football, I believe I'm getting there. But with college hoops, I just didn't put any premium picks over the weekend when I should have, and because my picks on the show and the video picks have been pretty much on fire. 8-2-1 yesterday in the video picks. I mean, I gave out 2 parlays on yesterday's show and hit both. I mean, we had 16 herbs and spices, 16 and a half herbs and spices. What the hell was that? And Loyola Marymount, they cared that they lost by 15 2 days ago, We're like, we can beat these clowns.
We had a consensus on Loyola Marymount.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people like Mercer. We like a lot of guys like Mercer.
Yeah, we were all on Mercer. Mercer, I think, was my dog of the day.
I had Providence as a free pick. I thought normally Indiana's not a good cover team to start the season. I like Providence. But
Indiana's normally not a good cover team in recent years. They've been absolutely terrible.
I think Mercer's going to be my Hawks for this year. I can already feel it.
Then I went on the drive-through and gave out North Carolina, which I wasn't in love with, but they won easy. So.
Yeah, the lines for that game, I wanted to do videos, but the lines are out late. So I don't know. Let's see if we can rush through this show, and then I can do videos for those games. If we don't rush through it, I'm not gonna have time to do it. But anyways, Brian, what do you got for sale today?
All right, I'm off 2 straight sweeps of the board. 4-0 Sunday, 3-0 last night. 5 straight college basketball winners. I got 3 plays today: easy early investment, an extreme violator, and a golden ticket. Get all 3 college basketball picks for $50 at pickdogs.com.
Dennis Finley, $20 super chat, hit a 3-teamer, a 4-teamer, and a 6-teamer yesterday from the show picks. We were on fire yesterday. We were on fire. This is where we left off last year, was college basketball, and we were hitting these parlays and bird cages like they were going out of style. It's exactly where we left off. Rod,
Yep.
What do you got for us today?
Today I got 5 college basketball selections I put them all in one package. My Tackle the Book Tuesday. Jump on over. We're going to have another winning day there.
I couldn't find 5 that I loved. Guys are aggressive, that's for sure.
Excuse me.
Gonna tackle the books.
Tackle the Books on Tuesday. Yes.
Flo, what do you got? 16 picks?
No, I was just a couple less. No, I got my Tomahawk Tuesday over at the website. 5 picks in total. 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the evening. But if the afternoon games aren't your jam, that's fine. I got a Tuesday night 3-point play. The 3 college basketball games in that package for the evening. For $34.99 or $29.99 over at Pick Dogs Premium. Excuse me.
So we have the squarest guy in the comments of everybody. It's Mark Clary, right? He comes here every day, and he's just the squarest of the square, right? So he hates my Kentucky pick against Kansas that I gave out as a free pick. Right? He's hating my
Why?
free
Because
pick.
Kentucky lost that one game. Now
That I gave out Richmond on the money line, right?
Yeah,
I gave out Richmond on the money line on the show. And, meanwhile, I mean, here's the type of guy. He's like, he doesn't say anything about that pick that we gave out. And, I think we all liked Richmond in the points. And I said, you know what, I'm going to play him on the money line. They were also my dog of the day that day too. And, I don't care. I don't care what Mark. I like to read Mark's comments, and I usually, when I read his comments, I just put a little extra on the other side. It's like we appreciate you. You're gold. You gold.
I gotta say, if there's one play in the college basketball board that's really super public, it's Kansas.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's super public, 86% public. Anyways, I got a 3-pack. I got a 3-pack today. I really had to dissect today's card, honestly, to get the 3 picks. I thought it was a really tight card, and we're going to see the lines tighten up. And I that's why I said at the beginning of the show for the handicapping contest, if you're in the contest and you have an option between 1 and 3 picks, for me it probably would have been a 1-pick day, and I know what that one is too. There's one I really like, one I love. The other 2 are bettable. I'm betting, so it's like that I have my premium, but. Let's go through the card. I mean, there's not a lot here, so it's going to be fairly quick. The Indiana line's not out yet, right, against Texas? Oh, here it is. Finally out. All right, Indiana -2 versus Texas. Brian.
I kind of like Texas in this one. Indiana hasn't sold me just because they beat Providence, and I think Texas steps it up here and bounces back, gets the win. I'll take Texas +2 on the money line.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about this bad beat or good win last night or whatever it was for everybody. We don't talk about yesterday. We only talk about today. I had a winning day yesterday, and I'm happy with that, and I'm happy with any winning day. What I do after a game like that when I'm on the losing side is I just take a shower, man, and I start all over again. It's exactly what I did. You can ask my wife. My wife's like, what are you doing? She's like, we're ready to eat dinner. It's like, take a shower, man. It's like, I got to wash that thing right off me. It's like, that's what I do.
I've had a hole in the wall.
Before the dry started, I told Rod.
Obviously, you didn't have Northwestern against Ohio State a few years ago, or the worst beat of all time when I didn't cash my ticket and they changed the score. The commissioner of the league changed the score, of the game in the middle of the night. We got a $50 super chat. How about that? Thank you very much.
When we were entering picks, I said, I bet you anything Brian's going to wear an Eagles jersey. I'm going to have to jersey him after.
Utah USC 1 year. They blocked a field goal on the last play of the game. The USC team ran onto the field, and the guy ran the blocked kick in for a touchdown to cover the spread against he would have covered the spread against Utah. they threw a flag because all the USC guys came onto the thing. They ruled it, that the field goal block was good, but the touchdown didn't count because of the penalty, because all these guys were on the field while he was running down the field, and they called it no touchdown. And then at like 3 o'clock in the morning, they changed it. And they said, yeah, it was a touchdown. The commissioner of the Pac-12 overturned it. So if you cashed your ticket right away and you had Utah like I did, you got your money. But if you didn't cash your ticket and had Utah like me, you lost. It sucked. Plus my online stuff, they took the money out of my account after they paid me. It was like, man, this is cold. That was the worst beat I've ever had. That's the worst beat I've ever had. That last night was very similar to Northwestern Ohio State. Very, very similar to the other Richard Rodgers touchdown with Aaron Rodgers against Detroit. I mean, he's been on the wrong end of two of them for me.
But I did tell him, I messaged Brian right in the middle. When he threw that pass at the 50-yard line, I said, oh, man, watch this. They're going to score a touchdown, and they're going to go for two. And Brian was like, no.
I said, I got like a 0.02% chance.
Yeah, 0.02% chance that they had. I was like, no, it's going to happen. I can see it. Exactly what happened.
We got a real turd. The turds are out, man. It's like, let's pick some games after they're over and bash someone that went 8-2-1 in their video picks yesterday and gave out 2 parlay winners. Let's do that. We're going to call Hank Q. You should change your name, Hank, to Shit for Brains. Anyways, Rod, speaking of shit for brains, what do you got for this one? Just happened to be in Ruffalo's spot. You're in Ruffalo's spot, so that's what happened.
Yeah.
So for me in this one, I'm gonna take Indiana. They got one guy on there who's just a beast. I'm taking Indiana.
Rod's like, I'm not sitting in this seat anymore. It's abusive. Stop picking on Rod.
He's like, I don't like this heat. It clouds my judgment.
Speaking about getting picked on, Ruffalo, who do you got?
Oh man, I'm gonna take Texas. I especially after the comments. I'm doing this out of spite. Give me Texas. I think Shaka's smart.
Yeah,
I know he hasn't performed well, but I think he gets this defense up for an Indiana team that's really not that special.
It's been terrible. The beauty of this one, this will be like the person that commented about how Davidson lost, right? But meanwhile they covered, right? They were getting 8.5.
They were in it the whole game.
Oh they covered easy, and it's like I got a comment saying how I lost on my video, but I didn't lose. I won. So this will be like a 1-point game, right? I'll take Texas too, just because I can't stand these Indiana people. I lived in Cincinnati, so I know exactly what we're dealing with here. BYU, USC, Purdue, Oakland, UNC, Greensboro against Prairie View A&M, Bryant against New Hampshire. Let's see what else we got in this time frame. We'll stop there. Anything there?
I've got a nice 2,000 bet sample on BYU USC. This line, the total opened up at 146.5. It's down to 145. Public loving on the over. I like the under here. I just too many points here. I don't think it gets over. Take the under, BYU.
D. Hayes has picked. You should put those in the Facebook group.
You should join the contest.
Oh, man. I'm in tears from these comments. Rod, what do you got in this time frame?
For me, I like USC. Give me USC plus the points. I think they keep it close. BYU, if not, they outright them. And I like Purdue over Oakland. Give me Purdue to win that one by 30.
Yeah, I think there's value there at the -22. Chris?
Yeah, I'm actually I like USC as well. I don't understand how the line's going in the other direction.
Because BYU
USC's
plays some serious defense. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. They really have manned up on their defense.
Well, USC's got 4 guys that scored in double figures last season. So
they also got
And
the
there's
transfer from. Didn't they get the transfer from from Marymount, right?
Yeah,
Marymount.
they got
I
a
think
guy
it was
from
Marymount.
Yeah.
They got a guy from Rice. I know that. And then they got
Love me some rice.
they have Chavez Goodwin, who transferred in from Wofford. But
Wofford. From
I just think I like USC better. So I'll go USC money line. I
Wofford.
think USC wins this game. And I like UNC Greensboro laying the 14. I just think they lock down Prairie View A&M.
I like USC in that one too. And I like Purdue over Oakland. I'm with Rod on that one. I think Oakland's getting too much love because they were close to Michigan. North Carolina, Stanford. I don't see a line on that one yet. Let's see.
-4.
4, Carolina.
4 now.
Oh man, love Stanford. Love Stanford in that one. That was money. If I'm in the handicapping contest, that's my pick. Stanford money line. Virginia against St. Francis. Wisconsin, Green Bay against Wisconsin. That's an interesting one. Bo Ryan's son, the Wisconsin legend, his son is the coach of Green Bay. They fired their coach just to promote this guy. They were good last year. I mean, they fired him just to promote Ryan, and then they have this game, and it's like you got to remember the coach of Wisconsin. He ended up being the coach because Bo Ryan. They weren't going to make him the coach, so they were going to go do this coaching search. So Bo Ryan left in the middle of the season so they could promote this guy from within to become the head coach. And it was like that. So he owes Ryan one. So it's hard to believe that, he's going to go for the jugular in this thing. And then Creighton, who would probably had a shot at the Final Four last year, 19.5 against Omaha. Omaha 1-2 on the season already. And we got Villanova trying to bounce back from that loss playing Hartford, the Hawks. 27 points is the line on that one. That's a good stopping point. Brian, any of these things go for you besides Stanford?
Well, now that I'm looking at it, Omaha catches my eye, down from 20.5 to 19.5. Public all over Creighton, the Blue Jays. They're a good team, but that's a ton of points. So I'm going to take my chance with 1 and 2 Omaha to keep it within 13 or 12.
I'll bet you a hat Creighton wins by 35 or more.
Yeah,
Just off the top, I'll just bet you a hat. I'll give you 35. I'll give you almost double the points.
You're giving me 35?
I'll give you 35 in that one.
Oh, sure. I'll take a hat for
all right.
that. Why not?
Let's go. 35.
I'd be a fool not to take that. But.
No, you're done. Rod?
I can't turn that down.
I think that's one of the best free picks out there.
You might be a fool for taking it, but that's about it.
Watch Omaha win outright.
Yeah.
Omaha offense, okay? Omaha's offense, and they've played, so Omaha has played Middle Tennessee, Austin Peay, and ACU, whoever that is.
Abilene Christian.
Abilene Christian, they lost by a dozen, right, against Abilene Christian. They were getting 7.5 in that one, lost by a dozen. They played those 3 teams. They're averaging 61 points a game. I got news for you. 61 ain't going to do it against these guys. You need at least 95 to beat these teams.
61 in the first half.
I could see, and Creighton's defense is really good now. Remember, they used to be like the BYU defense, and now last year they were great. It's I could see this one being 85-30. I could see it being a score like that. I should have given it a premium. Rod, tomorrow the Indiana people or the Omaha people will be all over me, right? This is also a local game, to Nebraska teams. Rod?
Stanford for sure. I like Green Bay in the points. I think they can keep it. I think Wisconsin wins by 20. They have no interest. They're not going to. They're not looking to win by 30. And I'm with you. I think Creighton beats up Omaha.
Chris, last year when they did the congressional hearings about the players, being paid off during recruiting, one of the teams that was mentioned was Creighton, and the offer was $100,000. I thought that was pretty respectable from their booster department. I really applaud them for their efforts in that one, considering Texas only offered $10,000. I mean, who's in charge of the payoffs there? Oregon offered a house, and of course, a house for your family, a car, and and everything else. Tough to top that offer, but Louisville with the we just got to say, as I've been to a few bachelor parties where they offer extracurriculars after the show, and I think it's just tough to compete with when you have the high school kids. But what do you think of these games?
Rick Pitino comes up, taps you on the shoulder. Mitch, I really like your hookers and blow reference. Yeah, do you mind if I use that one? I'm going to be the guy on my own island. I like North Carolina against Stanford. I think UNC's out to prove a point this season. That's fine. I'll if I lose that game, I'll take my lumps on it. But I just think UNC's out to prove a point that they're better than what they showed last season. And
did you see Stanford last night?
Oh, I saw Stanford, but I also saw UNC just kick the crap out of UNLV. It didn't show up for the first 5 minutes. And
this is a thorn in your side type team because they got the seniors, they got they got everything. Man.
Williams. That's all I gotta say. Williams.
He was really good, and I think De Silva could be the player of the year in Pac-12 if Williams doesn't win it. But I just like this UNC team. And like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's why I didn't make the premium list, and because there wasn't a line. But I like Creighton as well. I think Creighton wins this one by at least 25, and I kind of like Villanova in this spot. It's hard, but I think they're a little bit embarrassed after how that Virginia Tech game, shook down. So I think they'll take some frustration out on Hartford here.
Yeah, the contest is closed. We ran it for a week. For over a week that you could enter. I don't know. It's up to Rod. He's the commissioner. If he decides to let somebody squeak in before noon, that's up to him. If it was me, I would. But if it's Rod, it's up to him.
If you let one guy in, then there's going to be 20 other guys that want to get him.
Well, I clearly didn't say no exceptions in the rules. I clearly didn't say that. So I don't know. It's not like the spreadsheet's written in indelible ink. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Who do we like here? We done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on, get with the program here.
All right. Well, I'm getting carried away. I digress.
So someone said I said Creighton by 25, and Brian's head popped up like a chicken. I was like,
I almost said to Rod, "You want to give me 35 points, and we'll make the same bet." But I was like,
I would have got whiplash with how fast his head came up.
Providence -2.5 against Davidson. Toledo -9 against Cleveland State. That's not bad. Marquette, this line is dropping like a rock. This is your inverse line movement peach of a play right there, Brian. Oklahoma State with Cade Cunningham, who is everything that they said he was, from what I've seen. And I watched that game the other day. He is freaking awesome, man. If I'm an NBA team, and it's like they give you a pass for tanking a few games to get him, I would consider it. Valpo against UIC, the Flames. We've got Dayton -16 against Eastern Illinois. FIU -4 against Central Mich. We'll stop there. Brian?
The play that just missed my premium list was Oklahoma State. I bet them this morning at +4. I think they went outright, but I would take the points for safety. And then Cleveland State, I got 9.5 this morning. I think they can easily keep within 5. So Cleveland State was my 5th best play today. So.
Rod? You on the Cade Cunningham man crush train with me, or no?
That's with Oklahoma State.
My dog of the day is at the site. These are not questions you need to ask me. So I want I'm gonna cut Rod off because I always do. But I have to. It wouldn't be the show. I'm gonna let everybody know. Okay, I'm gonna say this again, and it's like all these guys work with me, and Chris has been with me for years, and almost all the guys that are at Sports Chat and Pick Dogs have been with me for a very long time. Like years and years and years and years and years. Most of them. We've added a few guys because we added Pick Dogs, so we needed more guys. So Shane and Ron, and we have a few other guys, so we've added. Then all the handicappers on the handicapping site. These guys were given an ultimatum by another site. It's either Mitch or us because I'm a name caller, right? So they don't want to be associated with me. So these guys all chose to come with me, right? But they also know I'm honest. I'm going to give you guys tons of opportunities. I'm fair, and I try and be as generous as I can. These guys the cappers on our site make more than they do on any of the other sites. The payout percentage is higher than they make on any of the other sites, and I keep it that way. But if you're going to ask questions on things that you could do yourself, you're not going to last. You're not going to make it. I got news for you, man. I got news flash. It's in the contract. It's like this is it, and this is what it is. It's like very, very simple. The contest rules are there. And that's the whole thing about these questions that I've been getting. And I'll speak for Rod and Chris because I have the mic. They can speak if they want. But most of the questions that I've been asked, the answer is there. Can I use alternative lines, whatever? It clearly says in the rules no. It says point spread. It's like, how freaking hard is this, man? This is not that difficult, man. To enter into the contest, to say I'm in this thread. How hard is this, man? It's like, if you can't do that, I got news for you, and Brian will tell you this. Because he knows. You're not going to make it 5 minutes working with me. You're not going to.
When people buy a pick, they don't want an alternative spread.
And if you can't find your number, we've now moved your numbers up to the top of the page. The numbers are there. Chris put a post up. All the numbers are listed.
If you can't do the simple things, you're not going to make it with working with me, because these are the things that are automatic. Showing up every day for a live show and doing this with me, you think we make it look easy. Trust me on this. Look at all the crappy shows out there and all the crappy channels and all the other stuff that try and do what we do, right? Not as easy as it looks. Not as easy as it looks. You guys try doing 35 college basketball pick videos a day. Give it a shot. Let's see what one looks like. Not so easy. Anyways, I'm going to say that my piece because I'm really excited about the contest, but at the same time, enough with this stuff, man. Just read the directions, and if you have a question, post it in the group, man. It's not that hard. Really, if it is too hard for you, you should bow out respectfully, man. All right, Rod, I'm done.
All righty. I like Davidson over Providence. Give me Davidson. Providence was so good.
I was cheering myself.
Yeah. And give me Central Michigan here over FIU. I like Central Mich plus the 4. I got a good chance to win that one outright.
Yeah, this is a legitimate. Yeah, Jeff Sandy says here, this is a true comment. A lot of people look at this as something fun when it's actually a job. It should be a job that you love, is really what it is. It should be a job that you love, and that's really what it is all about, But if you think this is my hobby, believe me, my company is bigger than a lot of the companies that you guys work for. A lot bigger. Not just like whatever. Believe me, more people read Sports Chat Place than go to your corner Dunkin' Donuts store. I'll tell you that much. It's not even close. All right, back to the happy stuff. Chris, be happy.
Yeah, I'm with you on Oklahoma State. I watched Cade Cunningham in that first game, and he's going to be something really special.
He's kind of he kind of has the ball handling skills of John Morant too, right? on top of all the other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it does.
Yeah.
When I saw John Morant, right, it was kind of like, oh my god, it was like, I want that guy.
I think if you give Cade Cunningham enough time, I think he's going to be like a triple-double threat, like Morant was for Murray State.
I think of the guys that have been drafted the last 2 drafts, and I think John Morant was the guy in college that was kind of the best of all of those guys, right? I mean, better than Zion, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to be better than Zion in the pros or dominate like Zion in the pros or any of those things. I'm just saying in college he was a better player. Dribbling skills. And, I mean, just unguardable, you know. Daggers.
He could probably get himself out of a phone booth with that stuff. Like he just gets in all the tight spaces, and I agree. I like John Morant. I like UIC as well. I think we're getting 1.5 with the better team, or at least the team playing better basketball in their first couple games. So I'll take UIC. And I'll take Dayton laying the points against Eastern Illinois.
So
it's a lead.
So Christopher A. Briel, it's not that I don't like your comment or I can't agree with your comment or anything like that. I'm legally not allowed to leave your comment. So I'm gonna delete your comment. I'm not gonna hide you from our channel. I have to delete it because legally I can't leave it up. I agree with it. I don't even think, you know.
Damn it, I can't see the comments.
Yeah, I'm going to remove it, but I'm not blocking you. I'm just removing the comment. If for some reason you're blocked, just email me, mitch@pickdogs.com. I'll unblock you. It wasn't meant that way. I appreciate it, though. And I agree with a lot of it. It's basically what he said is that there's other people out there, and he specifically named them, who just try and copy what we do, but they don't do it like we do, you know. Joke. He didn't say joke. I threw that in.
The guys that do $9 picks.
On the name call. No, these weren't the $9 pick guys. Wow. These are the ones with the woman with so much makeup on. She's like, I don't know why she wears that much makeup. She's cute. It's like, you know,
a Swedish bikini team.
Yeah, you don't need to put on so much makeup. You start to look like a clown. It's like you don't need to. It's like you're cute to begin with. It's like, why do that to yourself?
Homer, you've got it set to whore.
I don't know. Maybe we should all stand in our closet and do videos. I don't know. You can see all my clothes hanging in the background. I have no idea. I have no idea what these people are thinking. Is it my turn? Are we going again? Next round?
We're done. Yeah.
All right. Here's one people care about. Duke, Michigan State. Duke minus 3.5. This line's dropping. Nebraska minus 13.5 against South Dakota. South Dakota not looking so good. Alabama minus 9.5 against UNLV. A lot of people really hated on my Stanford pick over Alabama yesterday on YouTube. Kansas, Kentucky. We've already heard the hate flying on my Kentucky pick in this one. And St. Mary's taking on Nicholls State. That one's a late line, too. And, Brian, you want to see some rotation numbers. How about this one? 307-160 and 307-159.
Too high for me.
Those are some rotation numbers.
For me, out of those games, I kind of like Alabama. I know they got beat up by Stanford, but Stanford's not that bad of a team, not at all. And UNLV, I think, is one of the worst teams out there. They got trashed yesterday by North Carolina. I think Alabama beats them up too. So I'll lay the points. And I lean Duke over Michigan State. It's not anything I love, but I think they come to play tonight, beat them by 10.
How much of a name caller is Mitch? He has to legally delete comments. So he has so many legal documents against him, so many binding legal agreements. He can't even leave comments up that he doesn't even say. Those pieces of shit. Look here, shit for brains. I think, and the whole thing was, it all started with just, a straight fucking, you're a fucking idiot comment. It always starts there, and then it gets ugly. Your name caller. Rod.
In this one here, group here. I like give me Nebraska over South Dakota minus the 14. I'll probably win that by 20 or more. I like Kentucky. I'm with you on Kentucky, and I'm usually the guy that's all like Kansas, and I'm like, not doing. I just don't like Kansas this year. There's something they just rubbing me the wrong way.
Last year they were late. Not late, but they started kind of like the same thing, and then they picked it up late in the season. They put it together, But it's like I think they would have been a force in the tournament, had we had one.
Oh, I think they would have been big, and if we would have got to see the tournament. And give me Alabama over UNLV. UNLV is just awful. And Alabama's not as bad as what Stanford made them look either.
Eric, very, very active in our Facebook group. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. Chris?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Rod. I like. I don't think Alabama's anywhere near as bad as Stanford made them look yesterday. I love Alabama against UNLV. I like the over in the Michigan State Duke game. I like over in Kansas Kentucky, and I'm gonna take Nichols against St. Mary's. I do not like this Gales team without the two top scorers from last year. Yeah, I think Nichols has a shot to actually win that game outright, but I'll take the points to be safe.
A lot of people talking about hitting those parlays and bird cages and winning a lot of money. That's awesome, man. That's what we want to hear.
That's why I started doing this, is because who doesn't love making people money?
We don't advertise other people's sports services, endorse. I just I'll call out people like Covers once in a while because there's because I think I don't respect them, and that's why I call them out. But I like Covers as a website. I don't like their handicapping section because I know that there are guys there that like Ricky Tran is actually Jesse Shuley. They're not the same. It's not like it's not Ricky Tran. He's not some Asian guy. It's some other guy who's basically mocking Asians, and it's unfair and it's pathetic. It's wrong. He even sent me the email. He was on our site and he acted like he was some Asian guy, and he basically used derogatory terminology to describe Asians, basically acting like he was making fun of himself. And that's why he's gone. Also signed his contract, Ricky Tran, which isn't his real name.
I'm not a Covers fan.
His real name's Jesse Shuley. Anyways.
They didn't like the way I dress.
Who cares, man? Who cares? I don't like the way you dress either.
They just said I don't look professional.
You don't look professional.
Well, you got to show up to work with pants on.
I do have dress shirts over there. They look at everything. They look at your Facebook, your Instagram.
He said dress shirts, but again, didn't mention pants. This is the whole base of their argument.
Pants are optional, and if I sweep the board today, I might not have clothes on tomorrow. So.
And this is why they called HR.
That's right. I'm so hot. My clothes
don't wear
are
pants again.
He's not wearing pants.
Where are we at with picks? It's up to me. Parlay time, Chris.
All right, let's go with. I'm gonna do actually a 4-gamer. I like Alabama, Creighton, Davidson, and UIC.
What? You didn't even mention that game.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Okay.
I wasn't listening.
UIC. I
liked UIC. He says I can't understand that. Something why they were favored by your point or something.
Chris has got like a little Santa there around the corner from him. Got some Christmas decorations going on there.
Oh yeah, it's like Christmas threw up in my house.
Yeah, it looks kind of festive over there.
Yeah. Christmas took a big dump near the fireplace too.
Rod, What do you got?
We're going to go take Stanford plus the points. Take Purdue minus the points. Take Alabama minus the points. USC plus the points. And Kentucky plus the points.
5-team parlay.
Parlay those 5 up.
Why stop at 5?
Because I think that's good.
Brian's like,
12 game
Brian's like, I'm on a heater. I better not lose this pen. Brian's like got the pen like super glued to his hand. It's like, what is that?
I changed my pen on Saturday.
I know. No, I believe me. I know. We've been through this already. You know, we've seen what happens since you change the pen. Believe me, nothing gets past us. You know?
I'm superstitious.
Nothing gets past us. Who do you like for your parlay today?
Oklahoma State plus the points, Alabama minus the points, and Cleveland State plus the points.
I like Oklahoma State. I like Oklahoma State, Creighton, and Alabama. Those are my 3. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Got, of course, Brian, Chris, Rod. They can say goodbyes if they want. They never do, so it's fine. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Another fun day. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. I'll be back at 5 p.m. Eastern time for the computer pick show. Chris, what do you got for the drive-through today?
Yeah, I will be
nice
back.
promo. Way to promo the drive-through.
Well, I was gonna say I was waiting for you to finish about 5 o'clock because I was ready to go for 6. We got myself tonight. Got Tony T. Got Rod on there. I'm just trying to pull up the lineup. I know Vlad's making his debut tonight. One of our new handicappers over at Pick Dogs. He's
Damien
be
Sosh is on there.
Damien Sosh is on tonight as well. I mentioned Tony T. And we got Ron Romanelli, Al Ninos, Alex Smart. I think he's leading the year leaderboards as well. So got a loaded lineup tonight.
I'm going to go back to something I mentioned earlier because I'm thinking about it now. And the whole thing I said about Ricky Tran. And there are a lot of guys in this industry that don't use their real name or don't use their full real name or a portion of the real name. And I'm fine with that. I get it. It's kind of the old school and the way this industry used to be. I get that. And it's like now they're so deep into these names that it's like they're basically a brand and they can't get off it. And I understand that. But those people, they all own that. You know, and they say, you know, this is it. This is what I did, and this is the decision I made, and it's like I have to stay with it because it's a brand now. There's nothing I can do about it. You know, well, you can, but it's like, you know, you're going to give up your brand, and it's like it doesn't make a lot of sense. But those people all own it. This guy tried to defraud me. You know, he signed his contract, Ricky Tran. It's like, you got to be kidding me, man. It's a joke. It's like that's basically you're signing a legal document that was drawn up by my lawyer, right? I didn't write the contract myself. I had a lawyer do it, and it cost me money. And this guy signs it, so basically it's not a binding contract. It's like that's bullshit. Anyways, no more bullshit from us. Have a great day, everyone. Let's win some money. I'll see you guys at 5. Of course, we'll try and